What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my final individual Browns free agent target video of the year. Now, I say individual because, as you know, tomorrow I'll be releasing a video talking about 5 more free agents that I think the Browns could potentially go after when the legal tampering period begins on Monday at noon. So, these next couple days are going to be very interesting because we're not really hearing much right now, but I tell you one thing, when noon hits on Monday, we're going to be hearing a whole lot of stuff. And if I know Andrew Berry, he's going to be aggressive. I mean, look what he did last year. I could see him kind of doing what he did last year, signing a couple guys to modestly sized contracts. And then after that, you just fill out the roster with a bunch of 1 to 2 year deals, essentially just filling out the depth and stuff, so you're not throwing your rookies out there to the fire too early, But we'll see what happens. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about a guy who I talked about a lot last year as he was available via trade, and the Browns were very interested up until this guy changed agents, and it seemed as though with the agent change went all our momentum towards potentially acquiring this guy via trade. As in case you don't know who I'm talking about by now, well, I'm talking about Yannick Ngakoue. Yep. He was traded to the Vikings, and he did pretty good with the Vikings. And then, of course, around mid-season, right around the trade deadline, he was traded to the Ravens. And I was like, of course he goes to the Ravens. Of course. But, again, he didn't really do a whole lot last year. He had 8 sacks last year. If that's one thing about him, he's very consistent in the sack department. I mean, he had 8 sacks in 2016, 12 in 2017, 9.5 in 2018, and then in 19 and 20, he had 8 sacks. So, yeah, I would definitely take that alongside Myles Garrett, for sure. Honestly, you put Yannick Ngakoue next to Myles, I think he would go off because teams would have to double-team Myles. There's no way they would not double-team Myles. In fact, for all my Lion King fans out there, if you remember when Scar was with the hyenas, he told them, come with me and you'll never be hungry again. Well, Andrew Berry could tell these defensive end free agents that, come run with us and play with Myles and you'll never be double teamed again because honestly, teams would be stupid to not double team Myles Garrett because, if they're double teaming this guy, he'd probably still beat him. But then you'd have Myles Garrett one-on-one against your left tackle. Like, what are you thinking? Are you trying to get your quarterback killed? For real. God, bro. Damn. But yeah, you look at Yannick Ngakoue's background information, and again, he fits the Andrew Berry mold. He's 25 years old. He'll be turning 26 at the end of March. So that's another reason why I think Andrew Berry could very well go after him. Not to mention, like I said, he missed out on trading for him last year, so I think he could try to run it back and say, I tried to trade for you last year. Well, this year you're on the free agent market, so I can just, throw a bag at you. Use money to get you, not picks. Because we all know he low-key loves draft picks. Yeah. So, he was acquired right before the trade deadline, like I said. Now, he went to college at the University of Maryland. So, of course, he would go to the Ravens, And he's from D.C. He played at Friendship Collegiate School in D.C., so right around the DMV area, right around Baltimore, of course. And he was selected in the 3rd round, 69th overall, nice, in 2016 by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And for those wondering how the heck do you say his last name, because I've heard some people mispronounce his last name. It's Ngakoue. Not Ngakoue, not Ngakoue, it's Ngakoue. Okay? Okay. And then, of course, his first name is Yannick. Not Yannick. It's Yannick. Oh, my God. You won't believe how many times I've seen people mispronounce this dude's last name. It's honestly hilarious. It's Ngakoue. Ngakoue, okay? Oh, my God, bro. But you look at his stats so far in his career, 2016, played in every game. That's another thing about him. He's only missed like 2 games in his career, and those 2 games came the last 2 years, in 19 and 20. Now, in terms of starts, he's started all but, what, 8 games? Pretty much. Yeah. He played in 78 games, started 70. Missed only 1 start in 2016. He started every game in 17 and 18. And then he technically played and started every game in 2019. Of course, he missed 1 game. And then this past season, played in 15 games, started 8 of those. He had 6 games with the Vikings, 5 starts, 9 games with the Ravens, and 3 starts. Now, he's very consistent in the sack department. 8 sacks in 2016, 12 in 2017, 9.5 in 2018. And then he's had 8 sacks the last 2 years. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but that's a big stat because you put him with Myles Garrett and he'll feast. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Just thought I'd really hit that home because you put anybody next to Myles, they'd probably feast for real. Now, one of the most interesting things about Yannick is his ability to force fumbles because in 2016 he had 4, 2017 he had 6, 2018 he didn't have any, 2019 he had 4, and then 2020 he had 4, 2 each with Minnesota and Baltimore. I'd essentially call him the king of strip sacks. Now, of course, I'm pulling up the stats right there so you can see for yourself. But yeah, this guy's really good. And I'm going to keep saying this. You add this guy to your front 4 with Myles, Sheldon Richardson, probably Andrew Billings, and then this guy. Then you have Curtis Weaver backing him up. You're probably going to draft a guy, and boom, your freaking defensive line is looking nasty. For real. And I think he would come at a pretty reasonable price, too. Especially if he still wants to come play here. I mean, he saw what we did last year, and he probably thought, damn, I should have went to Cleveland. I would have pulled out. But then you got to remember we had Olivier Vernon, too. This year, we don't got Olivier Vernon. So, he could come right in and start. That's the thing, But yeah, man, I know a lot of Browns fans are kind of on the fence about possibly getting Yannick. Me, I would love to bring him in, especially if he still wants to come play here. Come play with Myles. Like I said, come play with Myles, and you will never get double teamed again because no team would be that stupid to double team you and leave Myles one-on-one. There's no way a team would do that. You have to double team Myles because if you don't, he would wreck you. It's just the way it is. Like, you see the videos of this guy. This guy's a freaking monster. The dude was hurt and sick, and he was still beasting on people. I swear, he's not from this planet. I swear. Either that or he was made in a lab. I don't know. Like, he's not human. I swear, man. Oh, my God. You get him, Yannick and Ngakoue. Oh, my God, bro. We might have a duo possibly get 30 combined sacks themselves. Bruh, my God. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll have a video out tomorrow talking about 5 more free agents that I think the Browns could go after. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm Crazy Dog at 99. Shout out to the Dog Pound. Shout out to my Dog Pound brothers as always. I haven't said that in a while, man. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.